Hey there, welcome to CodeChef. Today we are going to be discussing the project URL Shortener from our course Python Projects for Beginners. So let's begin. So basically we will build a simple URL shortener which will take in a regular URL and convert it, basically hash it into a shortened URL. So this project is basically a URL shortener which will shorten long URLs and allow us to retrieve the original URLs based on the short URL given and manage them easily using dictionaries. So let's look at the end product of this project. So let's say I give shorten URL. Let's say I give CodeChef.com. Basically this link over here. So this link over here will take us to this website over here. So let's look at the flow of this particular project. So first we're going to take user input as to whether the user wants to retrieve the original URL from a short URL or create a short URL from a longer URL. And if user wants to shorten the URL, first we're going to ask the user to give the long URL and we're going to generate a unique short URL using hash-based approach, and we're going to store both of the short URL and long URL in a dictionary. So in an array, we can only store the data. That is, we cannot customize the index. Like for example, let's say I want my index to be alphabets instead of numbers. Let's say I want to say for the letter A, I want youtube.com to come. That is not possible in an array because in an array, the index can only be numbers. Whereas in a dictionary, we can customize our index. For example, in this particular project, we want our index as the shortened URL and our data to be the long URL. So let's say there's a dictionary called data in which the shortened URL is the key and the long URL is the value. So let's say I give to Python print data of, let's say, shortened URL of CodeChef. Then the output will give me the long URL of CodeChef. So basically we can customize our index values and retrieve long URLs based on the short URL instead of based on the index. So if the user asks to retrieve the original URL, we are going to ask for the user to give the shortened URL code. As I told previously, we can reference the original URL using the shortened URL because that is how we have configured our dictionary. So it's going to look the code up in the dictionary. So it's going to basically look for a shortened code with whatever the user gave. And if it matches, then that particular index contains a value of the original URL. So for the first subtask of the URL shortener project, we will be handling user input. So basically we're going to create a user choice function which will take a value called choice, which can only be 1, 2 or 3. And if the choice is 1, then we're going to call the shortened URL function. If the choice is 2, we're going to retrieve the lengthened URL of the short URL. And if the choice is 3, we're going to exit the program. So let's look at that code. First, we're going to import the hashlib library from Python. So first over here, we are creating a dictionary. We are initializing a dictionary called data. And then we're going to create a function user choice, which takes in choice as an input. Choice is basically the number given by the user, which we will come to later. Now, if choice is 1, then we're going to redirect the user to shorten URL function. And else if the choice is 2, then we're going to retrieve the URL. That is basically if the user will give a short URL based on which we'll retrieve the original long URL. And else if the choice is 3, we're going to exit the program. And let's say the user gives 4 or 5, it's going to print out invalid choice, please try again. So for now, let's just create placeholder function. In the later subtask, we'll be defining these functions. Now in the main function, we are going to create an infinite loop by telling while true. And then we're going to print out a bunch of text telling the user which option redirects the user to which function. And then over here we're initializing the choice as an input, and then we're using the dot step function over here to remove any white space given by the user. So after taking the input, we're going to pass it on to the user choice function, and if choice is 3, we are going to end the function right here. Let's just run this code once. So let's say I give 1 or 2, it's not going to give any output for now, but it's going to run the loop once again. So let's say I give 3, I'm going to exit the program. So let's submit this code once. So yeah, as you can see, all the test cases have been passed. Let's move on to the next subtask.